saw you had Brad up there. Brad will be in our booth here at World of Concrete. We're in Central Hall 4129, so stop by. Brad will be here today, tomorrow and Thursday. That's how it is. Anyway, we're live streaming World of Concrete 2012 from the Las Vegas Convention Center. We've been talking about all sorts of brand new products online this morning in different industries, and one of them that you're going to be very fascinated with because it's all new innovative product is Tekla Industry. And Tekla representative is Alistair Wells.
Hello sir, how are you?
Nice to meet you.
You too.
And Tekla BIMsight, which is what you're holding in your hand, tell us about this. This is really, to me, it's confusing, but for those people that use this constantly, they're going to get a whale of an exciting idea.
So what we have here is one of our products, Tekla BIMsight. It's what this allows people to do is take those models that are out there. You've heard about the BIM technology,
certainly,
building information modeling.
Right.
It's real big in the industry right now. What we've tried to do with this little product here is give everybody access to those models. So what somebody can do is bring in a model, and this is a model that's provided to us by a company out of Chicago, Adjustable Forms. And Eric there has modeled this structure himself, and I can zoom in, and you can see it's a basic concrete structure.
Is it a multi-story structure?
It is. It's a multi-story office building, I think, for downtown Chicago. And what he's done is he created this model, not even for a construction phase. He's created this to help him with the bid, because he's modeled the structure. As soon as you model something, you can run a quantity of it and pull a quantity. So he's got a very accurate estimate for his job. And then what he's done is he's brought it into this little tool, Tekla BIMsight, and it's allowing him to share it, to show people what he's going to be doing. So he can set up some views, and he can just step through the construction, and he might be doing this in the bid phase, in a presentation, just showing the elevations, showing some of the plans, and really getting into, okay, this is how I'm going to put this.
Computer modeling replaces all pens and pencils.
Right, and it makes it simpler, and he's gotten a lot of quantities from it. So at that early phase in the construction, he's just using this to win the job. It's a real tool to help him win the job. Now I'm displaying this on a motion tablet, but it works equally well on a laptop or a PC. And so he can come in here and he can then really start discussing issues. So even before he's won the job, what Aaron found was on the 28th floor, there are some columns that have got issues. So this is the same model, but he's just coloring it differently. And he can step through a discussion with the general contractor about what's going on with these columns that are quarter of an inch off set from all of the other ones.
And this is the computer that has set this up for this particular project.
He's gone in and he's modeled all of this information from the drawings, from the plans. He hasn't even won the job yet. So he's getting this information. He's in there discussing these issues with the general contractor before he wins the job. But he wins the job because he's got a very good vision about what the job's going to be.
And then can the contractor then adopt this sort of thing and say, okay, it's going to cost me XXX to adopt and move these columns or whatever.
And he can put in the information right there and then about the costings behind it. That's what it's all about. And then the general
particularly in this day and age, in this economy.
Totally. So he's saving himself money and winning a bid by having this technology. And BIM is really big about general contractors sharing the information and sharing the data. But he's really doing this for himself, for his own productivity, pushing it forward for himself. The great thing about it is then once he's won the job, he can take it a step further. So in this case, I can take us to some other views. So right here, there's a slab. You see these green spots here?
Yes.
What those are layout points. So they've gone into the model and they've selected these points that we can now take out into the field and link with, say, a Trimble unit. And the guy laying out the slab can be guided to the exact location of where that slab edge needs to be. And so it's a very powerful tool, and he's got a number of points in here. You can see them. So it's really in this elevated slab here. How are they going to lay that out? Well, it's all in the model. linking it directly to the field. So he's won the job. Now look how more productive he's being, because he's not pulling a tape, he's doing it directly from the model.
Exactly. And it leaves very little to the imagination.
There you go.
It's all real time.
And talking about little to the imagination, let's say I'm the site superintendent.
All right.
Okay, I'm pouring the concrete. How much concrete do I need to order for tomorrow?
All right.
So what I can do is I can come in here, and I've got a cut plane here. Let me try and select that. So there's the model, and I'm just cutting down through it.
Yes, sir.
I can come in here, zoom in. Let's select that slab. You just see it outlined.
Okay.
How much concrete is there? That's inherent to the model. It knows from the shape, from the depth, how much concrete volume there is. I can pull my data tab back here. So I've got the slab on grade. It's highlighting it for me there. I can't read it. It's 141 cubic yards of concrete. So, and you know, I've seen site superintendents running across concrete as it's being poured, a calculator in one hand, a drawing in another, trying to determine how much more concrete he needs. All he needs to do is click on the slab in his truck or on the site, and there's the quantity of the concrete volume that he needs to order.
What I find interesting is that this product can be integrated, like you say, with Trimble.
Yes.
And of course, there's so much now that's being put on pieces of equipment that are out in the field,
right,
that are basic, you know, block clearing,
right,
and site preparation work,
right,
and it's all with information technology, and it's been preset at a computer, and it goes right into the machine.
Let's take it a step further.
Yes, sir.
Let's say I'm a site superintendent, and I've put some anchor bolts in the ground. I can take that same Trimble handheld, locate those points for the anchor bolts, send it back into the model, and then it'll tell me how wrong I am, what the delta is. Do I need to correct the anchor bolt locations?
Really?
So it's a real powerful little tool. I've changed model here. What I wanted to do is come in here and show you some rebar, just so that the rebar guys don't feel left out. This is a different model, but in this day and age, everything is being modeled. So here, let's get rid of that. Here we can see the rebar cages that are part of this concrete structure. So there's the piles and the slabs with the concrete volumes within them. And we've got rebar in there as well. So we have clients using this technology. They're detailing the rebar in 3D, creating the usual shop tickets, the usual information to the fabrication plant, but also creating a 3D model. And so those bars can be identified as top bars, bottom bars. You've got your placing routine. So the guys in the field placing the rebar can now see it in 3D. Now, more often than not, it's not going to be for a simple wall or a simple slab.
Exactly.
But for a congested area, yes, you can rotate it in 3D in the field. Very powerful technology.
What aspect of this do you think that most contractors would seek to look at?
I think that where they start is the sales and estimating side. Is they see it as a very powerful tool to share what they've done for a sales bid with the general contractor, the engineer, even before they've won the job. Like I was saying, that's very powerful for them. But then managing the job, on-site managing the job in 3D, how much concrete do I need? When is that piece of steel going to arrive on site? You can call all that information up with this 3D environment. And what's really unique about this tool is I'm showing it on a tablet, touch tablet.
Yes.
It's probably one of the first times.
Take an iPad, a tablet,
right,
whatever.
It's one of the first times technology like this, useful technology, has been seen on a tablet. Mm-hmm. This is the version that we're launching at World of Concrete that allows you to use it on a tablet. I would say probably the last thing that they find beneficial about this product is it's free. You can download Tekla BIMsight from teklabimsight.com totally for free. So they can take their models, whether they create them or a general contractor creates them, and they can do all of this type of thing very easily.
Well, it's an amazing product. It certainly is. And I talk about high tech. It's certainly the way to go, and it is particularly in these economic times as contractors are really struggling these days.
Exactly.
It's wonderful.